Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Macabre, and welcome back to my movie library. I got this in on 4K today, and this is not going to really be any kind of like a 4K review or anything like that because, truth be told, this is really the first time I've ever owned this movie on a format. So I never had it on DVD, never had it on Blu-ray, VHS, none of that stuff. So I really have nothing to compare it to. And also, this is pretty much my first time watching this movie. I've heard of it. I've seen a couple of videos discussing it. But yeah, this is my first time. This is the reason why I jumped on it. It's like, you know what? My first chance to own it. Never had it before. And, first get to watch it. So why not go for the 4K? So we have Roger Corman's 1981 Galaxy of Terror. And this is pretty cool artwork. I just kind of wish it wasn't ruined by the banner at the top with the 4K and Blu-ray, I kind of wish it just kind of like the artwork just dominated the entire front of the slipcover, but it still looks pretty good. Like look at that. That's pretty cool artwork. Even though it's like, it's one of those things, the artwork doesn't entirely match what you see in the movie. But yeah. So I know that Scream Factory had a Blu-ray of this before. So like I said, I can't really differentiate because I didn't own that. Of course, the old Blu-ray I'm sure had a 2K scan, where this has a 4K scan. The 4K has the 4K restoration of the 35 millimeter inner positive, presented Dolby Vision audio commentary with the cast and crew. Disc 2 has both of those things. Tales from the Lumberyard, the making of Galaxy of Terror, 6-part documentary featuring interviews with producer Roger Corman, director Bruce D. Clark, screenwriter Mark Siegler, actors Robert Englund, Sid Haig, Taffy O'Connell, Grace Zabriskie, and many more. Theatrical trailers, TV spots, and photo galleries. For sound, you have English DTS HD Master Audio Mono. So, yeah, so it's pretty simple, It's nice to be able to start getting some of these Corman-produced Alien knockoffs and Star Wars knockoffs on 4K and everything. And so there you go. I think I showed that already. There's the back of it there. It's a pretty cool effect. Got a hell of a cast in this movie, I'll tell you. So you got this. Pretty much the same thing. Nothing different. No reversible cover art. And there you go. Pretty much that's the thing. The artwork on both the Blu-ray and the 4K are identical. But at least you got nice big letters telling you, okay, this is the Blu-ray, this is the 4K, so at least you know which one's which. So yeah, pretty simple, pretty basic. Like I said, this is pretty much my first time watching the movie, and like I said, I never owned this movie in any other format, so I don't really have anything to compare it to. I'm not blaming Scream Factory. I think they did the best job that they could with what they had, but to be honest with you, the 4K transfer didn't exactly blow me away, to be honest. The opening credit sequence is extremely, extremely grainy, and it feels like it's done that way to try to hide the matte paintings. I know this is going to sound disrespectful because, you had your production designer and second unit director was James Cameron on this movie. But just overall, a lot of darks, a lot of grainy shots, just, no visuals or anything that really popped out at me. Nothing I thought that was, super amazing or anything like that. So yeah, but like I said, that's the thing. I could have had like an old DVD of it or the older Scream Factory Blu-ray of it, and that may have looked really, really drab and lifeless. I don't know. So this may be an improvement over it. That's why I said I'm not doing this as a 4K review. The mono soundtrack was okay. I had no problems with that. I will say, some points, some of the mass shots are definitely noticeable. Some of the practical effects are definitely pretty noticeable. But overall, it wasn't a horrible watch. It wasn't like it was, it wasn't like the picture quality was so bad that it was unwatchable or anything like that. I mean, it was a pleasant viewing experience. I had, I could watch it. I could watch it again. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Just as 4Ks go, I just wasn't really, I just wasn't really blown out of my socks by it, to be honest with you. For the movie itself, I thought it was a decent movie. Of course, like we said, it's kind of like a Alien slash Star Wars slash Battlestar Galactica kind of knockoff. What was the deal after? I don't really remember that. I don't know. It's like, what was the deal all of a sudden? All these alien movies being about aliens humping women and impregnating them. And I was like, there was this, there was Inseminoid, all that kind of stuff. That kind of became a thing. I think either Corman himself, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't want to disrespect Roger Corman, but it kind of makes me wonder if some of the people working for him had kind of like an alien sex fetish or something like that. Because, yeah, it seemed like that was kind of a thing for a while there. All of a sudden, all these, sci-fi alien movies where there's always got to be the scene where the alien impregnates impregnates the hot girl and stuff like that. I don't know. So, but overall, I thought it was a good movie. I thought the ending was a little convoluted, to be honest with you. It's kind of like, okay, that wasn't really how I thought it was going to go. I thought the acting was pretty good. You had, even though they were still, a lot of them were still early in their careers, like Robert Englund, you had Aaron Moran, you had, Sid Haig, but you had, some name actors, you had like Zalman King, he was another one. It's kind of funny to think, when you see these old movies like this and Blue Sunshine, like Zalman King as an actor, and then he turned around and would go on, become a writer, director, and become kind of in the, like in the mid to late 90s, become this like master of erotic stories, master of erotica, doing like the Red Shoe Diaries and Two Moon Junction and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of interesting. But you had Ray Walston, and Ray Walston's always a good, dependable actor. Grace Zabriskie, always liked Grace Zabriskie. She was always great in all the David Lynch movies she was in. So overall, it was a pleasant, enjoyable watch. I thought some parts, like I said, some parts were a little corny. The ending I thought was a little bit kind of messed up. Not messed up, but just kind of like, I don't know, just didn't really do it for me, I did think that the scene was cool where the people who were killed, he sees the people who were killed by the aliens come back and they're almost as kind of zombie-like creatures and stuff like that. Definitely, in my mind at least, I'm sure my friend Rob would agree with me, definitely conjures up memories of, stuff you would see in like a Fulci movie, something like The Beyond or City of the Living Dead, something like that. Definitely kind of reminding me of that, but I'm not saying this movie took inspiration from Fulci. I think those movies didn't come till later anyway. But overall, like, yeah, just, even though, let's be honest, the movie is an alien knockoff. That's really all it's meant to be. But I had some fun with it. It wasn't bad. I've definitely seen a lot worse. It was kind of cool to see, like I said, see some of these actors in their younger prime, like Sid Haig or Robert Englund. Just overall, yeah, it was fun. And I could definitely see myself watching it again when I'm in the mood for a good kind of cheesy sci-fi horror movie and everything. This will scratch that itch, I think so. But anyway, I'm happy with it overall. So I'm sorry. I know this could have been more informative, but like I said, I really had nothing to compare it to. Like I said, I never owned this before. Never had a DVD of it. I don't know why. It's just one of those movies that for some reason all these years it just eluded me. I just never got around to picking it up. I never got around to getting on DVD or never got around to getting the old Scream Factory Blu-ray of it. Don't know why. It just never got on my radar. So it's nice to finally get it. So anyway, it's time to do the ritual, and we're gonna case this bad boy. So, but I'm pretty sure probably, I don't think that the 4K would definitely be a waste of money. I really don't think so. I'm still willing to bet, even though, like I said, I wasn't exactly blown away by it. I'm still pretty much willing to bet this is probably still the best this movie has ever looked. So, I would say, I'm sure somebody out there more knowledgeable could tell you about it than I could, but there we go. Nice and snug as a bug in a rug. All right. So anyway, that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch this video, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, could you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And that's it. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. See you all later.